Now I know what you're thinking. Hey, I've already seen this video uploaded before. What's going on? I was looking around at the analytics and stuff for the channel. I really haven't had much time to do stuff this week, so haven't really been paying attention to stuff. Checked it and found that it was weird that video was underperforming. So I looked more into the analytics and whatnot, and there's this metric known as let me look it up here. It's in the reach tab of the analytics for your videos, and this metric is known as impressions. Hinted at it before, kind of weird. The way that works is it's how many times your video is placed in front of people's eyes, right? They get an impression of it. That's where the name of it comes from. And I noticed when looking at the graph, since it gives you a nice fancy graph, I'll toss them up here, that this video here started out strong, it did well, and then it pretty much just plateaued off. It didn't even what the fuck is the word I'm looking for? Taper off? I think that's what my mind was trying to go for. Anyway, it pretty much just straight line plateaued off. So I found that weird. And I went back and I looked at some of the other recent videos and I put up that, not Monday videos. Monday videos are low effort videos I toss out just because I can. It keeps me engaged and looking into new stuff here. But yeah, no, Wednesday videos, they usually do fairly well. You know, over 1,500 views and stuff. Not a huge amount for YouTube by any standard there, but it's been slowly going up, which is good. And I don't usually care about this stuff, but when I can specifically look at it and see that the overall arc of it was going up at a huge rate and then was forced off, I figure, okay, well, that's weird, but that's YouTube doing YouTube's thing. Did the same thing when I did a video on Trump back before he became president. Just running through the game, having the same stuff and guns and stuff he said he owned, you know. Nothing. It was great. It was great. It was great. Then after the election kicked off and was finished, pretty much anything that had the word Trump in it got fucking nuked. So that one wasn't good. What other one did it happen with? The Burned Man, Joshua Graham. That video's up. That's the one that you can find as a re-upload, because I was having problems with that one too. I noticed that one quicker than this one, so that's fun. But the original one, same thing, same type of arc going up well, and then it plateaued off, which means YouTube wasn't putting it in front of anyone's eyes again. So I looked around the news and stuff. I was like, okay, well, normally this sort of thing happens when when something political is going on in the world. So I looked it up, and I guess someone was burned on a subway or something. So Burned Man, not really the best thing for a fucking video title. Like I was supposed to fucking know. Right. And I'm guessing this video here that you're watching, Can You Beat Fallout 4 Only Using Caps? It was originally called Can You Beat Fallout 4 Only Using Caps as Ammo? Looking into stuff here, I guess a gun tuber by the name of Demolition Ranch, who got famous for exotic types of shotgun shell ammo and homemade shotgun shells. I guess he just retired, which, hey man, good on that guy. I remember watching his shit like a decade ago. So the word ammo is being kicked around quite a bit, and I guess YouTube don't like gun tubers, so anything with the word ammo in it is kind of getting nuked without even a second glance. So figure I'd toss this little bit of information here in the beginning of it before the actual video proper. If you've already watched the video, you don't need to watch this one. It's literally just the same thing. But if you haven't, and the intro hasn't put you off by now, hope you enjoy it. If this is your first or second time here, hope you enjoy your stay. If this is your third time here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on when I post. Also, more information on memberships and stuff like that at the end of the video. So this idea was given to me by one of the commenters, goes by Phoenix. Yep. Just double check the Eternal Phoenix with some numbers. Anyway, I'm going to see if you can beat Fallout 4 with only using caps as ammo. I had to go around and find a couple of different mods that might work with this. Found one. It adds a bunch of different legendary effects. So I just gave myself a 10mm pistol, you know, like you get out the vault, that has this legendary effect. It actually lowers the amount of damage output. It does up fire rate a little bit for the weapon. And I was going to say fire capacity, but magazine capacity as well. You'll notice here I have to unequip and re-equip the weapon for the mod to take full effect. It's called the Capitalists mod for the gun. So that's what we've got to work with right now. While caps are limited, we'll work on that. Pretty much everything's worth something, so it's not too bad. The strangest thing about this is I thought it was just going to be, okay, well, you know, cap is one shot for the gun that you're currently using. No, it replaces the projectile with a cap. You can't pick the caps up either, so no recycling that. It also messes with the one perk that has the enemies explode into fountains of caps. That doesn't work either, because this uses the same model for caps. So that's just a loss of caps. But as you can see here, there's distance and time in the consideration here, because it's a small physical item flying through the world, kind of like the rocket launcher, well, junk jet, whatever the fuck they call it nowadays. So that's fun later on. Bumbling my way through the world, I come across this doctor. If you didn't know, Fallout 4 seems to be weird with vendor inventories for vendors like this. I don't know if this vendor comes from a mod or whatnot, but I've come across quite a few doctor vendors in different runs. Killed them because I kill almost everyone out in the random wasteland encounters. And I've realized that I pick up huge amounts of stim packs and other medical supplies off of them. And this doctor is no different. I would take out the other settler here too. Almost die in the process. Switch over, take some random odds and ends, some med-X and whatnot. Stuff I picked up in Sanctuary and on my travels up until this point. You know, get my health back up there so I don't die flat out. Take out this settler, and then we go over, we loot the doctor, get some more caps out of it all too. Bunch of medication, well, medicines and whatnot, not medications. So, always a quick and easy way to get a bunch of stim packs, really. Because stim packs are kind of expensive in this game. Buying them, not, and I guess selling them too, technically. Anyway, we move on down the road, head to Diamond City. Easy enough to get to. Also, my dude is jacked from the Doom mod I was using. I haven't uninstalled that yet, so he's super fucking buff. Anyway, sell a bunch of stuff off, get a bunch of caps. Every cap is ammo at this point, and I have none because I used it all. Trying to figure out how to fucking shoot with this thing. And again, you gotta unequip the weapon, re-equip the weapon. It reinitializes the ammo list for it. Because it's technically a type of ammo. Cap ammo. Anyway, head over to Fort Hagen. Yeah, Fort Hagen. Been a while since I played this game. Park Street Station to go get the Tin Man. And it actually reminds me of a old Fallout, fucking an old sci-fi show back when the channel was, you know, SCIFI. You know, back when like Trip and the Rift and shit was on. It was called Tin Man. It was like a weird Alice in Wonderland science fiction-esque thing. It was strange. They made other ones like that too. Anyway, we dip out of Park Street, sell off some things, modify our gun, head back in. Got a fuck ton of ammo at this point. Use VATS a little bit here and there. And every time I see this gun shoot, it just reminds me of them like foam disc shooters from when I was a kid. I always used to think they were like shooting pogs and shit out of them, but nah, yeah, no. might be able to still find those little disc shooters floating around. I don't know, man. Weird times nowadays, what you can and can't have. Weird fucking times. Anyway, we get Tin Man, start heading out, take out everyone along the way. Pretty much what this run consists of is get caps and level up. Anyway, anything that can give us better weapon modifications and upgrades, and also anything that can get us more caps in the long run. Do the Nick Valentine thing, get dog meat, head back to Fort Hagen, start moving on. And this is where, like, volley shots become a hell of a thing, as you can see right there. Take 4 or 5 shots all at once. It takes, like, a second before anything hits some of the enemies, and then they just fall over dead. It's kind of funny. It's kind of weird. And just the amount of caps laying on the floors around it are just funny. We loot everything we can. We dip on out. We sell some more stuff. Get some more ammo. Get some more healing supplies. Head back in. This is usually how I do Fort Hagen because I like to loot a bunch of shit. I think they call it being a loot whore nowadays. But yeah, no, I just like everything I can get my hands on. Especially now when literal ammo is money, right? So we're dealing with Kellogg here. He has a skull above his head because he's so much stronger and more... whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean in this game. I don't know. My 10mm pistol with basic upgrades does hurt him when he's... There you go. And you can just see the fucking caps falling onto the floor. It sucks that you can't pick them back up, but that'd be a little too overpowered, recycling your caps. Anyway, ground out enough levels to be able to put the legendary modification Capitalist on different guns. You have to first find a gun with the enchantment on it, then you have to break that enchantment down. And then you can then take the parts from that to enchant a different gun with it. Also, this one's fucking insane. Plus 1% damage for every 1% health missing from your target. That thing fucked me over like 5 or 6 times. It is insane. So anyway, I deck out a couple of weapons with the Capitalist's enchantment. A shotgun, an AK, a minigun. I eventually slap it on the junk jet to see if I can shoot flaming money at people. It can, but it only shoots one. So it's not really all that good. Minigun puts in work, though, except you burn through money like no tomorrow with this thing. Right, here you go. That's what, 400 caps down? That's like another, like, 100 caps down? Yeah, that's crazy. Here's the junk jet. And yeah, it shoots 1 cap. Can't pick them up or anything. I thought maybe with this I'd be able to retrieve some ammo, but nah. It just don't work that way. Also, one of the mods that I've been using for a long time, the Mojave Manhunter coat that I'm currently wearing. Apparently the guy makes other mods and stuff too, like that Crucible sword I was using. If I knew that with the Doom mod, I would have used it. This Archimedes rifle, also another amazing mod. The Crucible blade can also be gotten two-handed with runes and stuff on it. If I'd have known that for the Doom mod, I would have used it for the Doom Slayer. Who knows, maybe I'll redo another one that's like medieval Doom Slayer or something. This is another one of his mods, a fireworks launcher. I just find it goofy as fuck that it's like, you can make it look like a clown and also laugh like a clown. This is the type of shit you would expect from like original Fallout games. God, those games are so unserious. Here's some of his other armor. This is the Brotherhood armor he makes. Well, he made. Is the Institute armor he made. And then the Mojave Manhunter is what I usually run around in. This. Except I have the Brotherhood mask on. Except the Mojave Manhunter mask. We're going to run through the Brotherhood storyline for a bit, because we need to get to that point with some of them, and I don't feel like dealing with the Minutemen. Easy enough to run through all of the super mutants here, especially with all the weapons I have now. Still, it's not... Some of them do more damage, some of them do less damage. They're all using the same ammo type is the thing. So head back to Diamond City, get more ammo, go talk to Shrek in his swamp, while my computer decides to go to sleep because I've been talking too long. Because that's the thing, I record all of my videos and stuff off cuff, so sometimes I'll just be sitting here watching the video as it plays, talking like I am now, and my entire computer will just go dark, which is... It's happened on more than one occasion. The software keeps going, thankfully, so that's good. We make our way through Green Tech Dynamics, mostly utilizing the AK. I also tossed the modification on Kellogg's revolver. I guess it doubles ammo capacity. Also used the junk jet a couple of times. Because Kellogg's revolver has 12 shots instead of 6. You just see the caps flying out like little fucking discs. Oh, you gotta love it. This is a funny mod. But yeah, no, somewhat little bit higher of a fire rate with the guns. Significantly less damage with the guns. So, you know, I guess the overabundance of ammunition kind of works that out. Kind of reminds me of the gun from Cyberpunk 2077. Deshaun, the dude that fucks you over in the beginning of that game. Plan B or some shit. His gun that you can get off of his corpse is, I guess it uses money to shoot. I don't know. I haven't played that game in fucking years at this point. Anyway, soup up our power armor. We got one from the Brotherhood and 2 on our way there. Speaking of the Brotherhood, I decided, since already met the Institute, already done all that shit, we're going to side with the Institute because I feel like it makes the only sense for the character, right? Since Nate and Nora are both people, I'm pretty sure they would side with their kid over anyone else, especially when the world is a fucking war-torn, irradiated wasteland and the only semblance of the normalcy of their previous lives is lives with the Institute. Anyway, just speeding up time here, 7 times speed. Looting everything, killing everybody. Looting everything, killing everybody. I thought I was going to go through a significantly higher amount of ammo than I did, taking out the entirety of the Brotherhood. Mostly because I wanted to see how much it would change in the end game. The only thing it changes is the named, like Paladin Dance, Elder Maxon. Well, High Elder Maxon. I guess he is technically the High Elder of the Brotherhood of Steel. So there's that. I guess the Elder Conclave, or whatever the fuck they call it in universe, deemed that he was in fact the High Elder of the Brotherhood because he's the last descendant of Roger Maxon. I should do a video on him one of these days. I should do a video on the whole history of the Brotherhood. Anyway, continue on the Institute storyline. Go get Synths. This turns into a shit show. Look at this. More come in. I ran past everyone to get down in here in Bunker Hill. Random fucking super mutants come on in. No idea where the super mutant came from or where he went to, but that's what we got. If you're wondering about the weird energy swords floating around, like the green ones and the red ones, also this is also another thing. The energy swords are from Cross as well. They come from the Crucible mod. This is Cross crits. So energy weapon criticals do that to people. But yeah, there's like a laser rifle that's been turned into a beam sword and a plasma-infused katana. Some other odds and ends. Wait to get the beryllium agitator, which I'm still fairly sure is not actually radioactive. Like beryllium itself would be, but the agitator itself would not be, right? It's like the difference between an engine and a fuel source. The agitator would make the fuel source work, I think. I don't fucking know. I barely graduated high school. We plugged the battery in. The Institute's happy. Our father-son is happy. We look imposing as fuck. It's not entirely XO1 armor. It's only the helmet, which I got from the Brotherhood. The shoulder and the arms and torso. We're in the end game now. Just gonna speed this up some because, as you can see, it's taking a fucking while. I mostly utilize the minigun and the rifle because you focus down on the head of the people in the power armor, the armor shatters and they take more damage. Quicker to get through the armor like that. It's not bad, but it takes a little while. From the amount of healing supplies we got earlier and the little bit I was willing to spend on getting some more healing supplies, we can heal tank most of this shit. Not to mention, if you focus down on like one part of each Brotherhood soldier, you get full sets of T60, so if you want to keep the damage off, you can always just drop your old shit, put new shit on, and you're usually fine. I decided to take it upon myself, instead of just running through everything, shooting the, what the fuck are they called? EM field array generator things. I decided instead to take out every member of the Brotherhood along the way because I don't know. I was having fun. That's the reason. I was having fun. Take out the last shield generator array thing. Head on through, back up to Liberty Prime, let the little thing spawn in so that we can fight some more Brotherhood, take out some vertibirds to clip into shit. Switch weapons, take out more Brotherhood. Comes up here. We're going to slow it back down here for the last little bit of it. Here you go. You can see how much ammo I'm pumping into just one Brotherhood commander. Sure, they're legendary and whatnot, but still though. Almost 1,000 caps into that one Brotherhood soldier to take them out. That's crazy. Also, if you're wondering why I'm not using like a mini nuke or the alien blaster, I went out of my way to get those weapons in this run. You can only put the Capitalist's enchantment on ballistic weapons, which fucking sucks, but otherwise I'd have been running around shooting mini nukes off. But yeah, no. This is what you get. Anyway, take out the last few members of the Brotherhood running up here, taking pot shots at us. This weird vertibird thing just kind of fucks off into the Pridwin, which is weird. Unload onto another legendary Brotherhood Knight Commander that's using a gamma gun of all fucking things. Figure that wouldn't work against synths, but you know, whatever, man. That's another thing about these guns, is that the ammo bounces off of shit really easily, so if you want to try this run, keep that in mind. As you probably figured by now, yes, you can in fact beat Fallout 4 with using only caps as ammo. By the by, this run was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. No idea if there's one like, well, I guess Coin Shot from Fallout New Vegas would be similar. I don't know. I'll have to look into it more. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this quick little video. Shorter than the ones I normally make by a good, like, I don't know, 10-ish minutes. But, you know, it's fun. I don't do that many Fallout 4 runs, so I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back next week. Same time, same place, doing something else. Not entirely sure what yet. So, good night.